Yeah, and here's a live look at the skies in Denton from our camera on UNT's campus. We've seen a lot of lightning there in the past hour.
Thank you for joining us as we track storms moving through North Texas.
Yeah, for the latest on what's happening right now, let's get to Chief Meteorologist Pete Delgas.
Well, what's happening right now is these thunderstorms are in the process of falling apart, and that is absolutely great news. Now, we still have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 2 o'clock tonight. It does include Tarrant County. But listen, you just saw that live picture there in Tarrant County. There's no severe weather happening in Tarrant County right now. Dallas County, Collin County, then locations off to the northeast and also to the south. Severe thunderstorm watches are in effect until 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, technically, we still have a severe thunderstorm warning that does include Collin County, but the winds in Collin County are like 30 miles an hour. Technically, to be severe, you have to have winds greater than 58 miles per hour. I have not seen any of that. Zero of that since this storm almost in the last hour with this cluster of thunderstorms as it continues to weaken. But right now, technically, Collin County, Cook County, Dallas County, Grayson County, Rockwall County under a severe thunderstorm warning until 10:15. That's another 15 minutes. So here's what you should expect. Some 30 to 40 mile an hour wind gusts. I haven't had any reports of any hail. I did have about an hour and a half ago some reports of some pea-size hail, but this storm will arrive in McKinney at 10:03 and Dallas at 10:07, Garland 10:11, Wiley 10:16, Mesquite 10:26, Forney 10:38, Greenville 10:45, holds together Terrell 10:53, Commerce 10:57, West Tawakoni in about 1 hour from now. Up to the north, here's Grayson County. Fannin County, you are not under a severe thunderstorm warning, but look at this. This storm will arrive in Sherman in 11 minutes, 10 minutes, I should say, 10:11. What time will it arrive in Anna? Anna arrival time is 10:08. McKinney, your arrival time is at 10:03, so just a few moments for you in McKinney. So there we are. That's the latest. It'll arrive in Leonard at 10:29, Bonham 10:38, and in Campbell at 10:53. Off to the wider look of the radar, there you go. There's the cluster of thunderstorms. I mean, we did have some stuff out here in the big country, out in the rolling plains, where we did have some quarter to golf ball size hail. That has not happened here certainly not happened in Dallas, Fort Worth, and it hasn't happened in North Texas. But there's the radar at midnight. These storms are weakening, pretty dramatically weakening right now. They'll continue to weaken as we head through the next, almost the next 2 hours. This is midnight. So we will have rain around. We will have lightning around, but your severe weather threat is diminishing right now, and that is absolutely good news. It'll continue to diminish as we head through the overnight. This is 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Cloudy with some scattered rain showers around on and off throughout the day tomorrow. And then I have sunshine back in my forecast. I'll be back in a few minutes. I'll have more on the overnight thunderstorm timeline, a 14-day forecast that looks pretty nice. It's all coming up.
All right, speaking of Collin County, Teresa Woodard is in Frisco right now.
She's live at the Star with conditions there. Teresa?
Yeah, Chris, Cynthia, I want to tell you a little bit about what we've experienced over the course of the last 10 minutes or so. Pete was saying these are breaking up. That is good news. It feels like right now we're just kind of in the thick of things here. We are in a parking garage, so we're covered. But about 7 minutes or so before 10 o'clock, we got this giant gust of wind to the point that it was knocking me off my feet a little bit. And my photojournalist, John Mark Crum, who's with me, he almost felt his tripod sort of lift up. So it was this giant burst of wind that came really out of nowhere. And then the wind and rain began. So I want you to take a look off. This is to the south and southwest in Frisco, and you can just see it is buckets of rain that are falling right now. Very heavy, intense rain that has fallen. We have seen quite a bit of lightning. We've also heard a lot of thunder as well. But as Pete said, the good news is that this seems to be breaking up. So this feels sort of like your garden variety early spring thunderstorm that's hitting Collin County as we speak. Here in this parking garage, though, we have felt the temperature drop quite a bit. I was very comfortable when I got out of the car at like maybe 9:45 or so with a short sleeve on. And then now I have this rain jacket on and I am chilly as this wind is kicking up and as the rain is blowing in. We're going to continue to keep an eye on things for you. Live in Frisco, I'm Teresa Woodard. I do want to send it to my colleague Kevin Reese, who is covering the storm up in Denton. Kevin?
Yeah, hey Teresa, and I've got good news for you. And for the folks who are still waiting for these storms to arrive, it does break up fairly quickly. We are on US 380 going from Denton toward Prosper and McKinney. You can see the light rain that we are dealing with right now. Got to keep this windshield wiper on so that camera stays clear. You will continue to see lightning, but we have been following the storm since it hit us in Decatur about 45 minutes ago. The winds there were 20 to 40 tops, and then we've been following this line of storms ever since. And I can tell you that it does break up quickly. The winds did not get above 20 to 40 from what we experienced, and from time to time there was hail, but it was very, very small, pea-sized hail at the very most. But we are continuing to follow the storm for now on US 380. Again, we are approaching Prosper, so those of you in that area can see or sense what it looks like right now and what is passing through your area and what is about to arrive in McKinney. So yes, it is breaking apart. That is good news for all of us, and we'll continue to track this as much as we can. But for now, back to you in the studio.
All right. Thank you very much, Kevin. And, you've already seen updates in the last 10 minutes or so when Pete came on the air and told you that the tornado watch had been canceled for the part of North Texas that it was under. He's going to be tracking this system throughout the newscast, and our weather team will provide overnight updates on WFAA+. Make sure you've downloaded our free streaming app to your TV so you can check live radar 24/7.
And the rain will still be around for your morning drive. Be sure to watch Daybreak for the latest forecast and any traffic issues. You can watch here from 5 to 7 and then on Plus from 7 to 9. Closing arguments are expected tomorrow in the trial of 9 people accused of ambushing an ICE detention facility in North Texas. It happened at the Prairieland Detention Center in Alvarado last 4th of July. Prosecutors say the defendants used fireworks to create a diversion and then shot an Alvarado police lieutenant in the neck. He survived the shooting and testified during the trial. Defense attorneys claim their clients only planned to protest and the shooting was justified self-defense. The jury is expected to get the case on Thursday.
Well, the superintendent just announced that he's resigning and will be gone in a matter of days. Mark Ramirez is leaving Lake Worth ISD this Friday after less than a year on the job. The TEA is taking over the district and plans to replace him. Ramirez joins a growing list of departures. The TEA has already informed Karen Molinar she'll be replaced in Fort Worth ISD. And on Monday, the superintendents of Irving and Prosper ISD both announced plans to retire.
Meantime, Weatherford ISD has announced Dr. Sean Scott as the lone finalist for their superintendent position. He currently serves as deputy superintendent in Mansfield ISD. He has more than 25 years experience in public education here in Texas. State law requires a 21-day waiting period before the Board of Trustees can officially vote to hire him.
Police busted a massive counterfeit ring in Rowlett, and tonight it's given us a look at just how sophisticated fake luxury sales have become. Rowlett police have confiscated nearly 62,000 items tied to an online seller, and Teresa Woodard explains how investigators were tipped off.
Photos show a fraction of what police say they found.
Over 62,000 pieces.
Inside 5 storage units in Rowlett and 1 warehouse in Wills Point.
Fake purses, watches, scarves, shoes.
How they found it is fascinating, even to an officer with almost 40 years on this force.
I've been here a long time. I've never been involved in something of this size of counterfeit products.
Detective Cruz Hernandez just discovered that luxury brands hire private investigators to scour social media and look for people selling knockoffs. Hernandez says one of those investigators saw this woman doing that on Facebook Live, then traced it to Rowlett and called Rowlett PD.
The plan was to set up surveillance at the Rowlett home, and that paid off for us.
On day 1 of surveillance, police arrested a man they say had 29 boxes of counterfeit products in his pickup. Police also say he led them to the rest of it.
We filled up 2 U-Hauls on this investigation, all in one day.
Hernandez says this is not a victimless crime. Luxury brands lose money and stores lose sales, so cities and states lose taxes. The man they arrested is in jail for felony counterfeiting. His wife, not yet in custody. The estimated street value of all of this? $995,000. In Rowlett, I'm Teresa Woodard.